All right. Hi, Catherine. So we're here with Catherine Winters, who is going to be talking about AAC Simulator. I also am presenting on AAC Simulator, but I will let Catherine do the majority of the talking. Catherine, can you give us a quick overview of what this project is about?
Sure. So this is a project that we use for EPSI 411. The assignment in the course is to make your own speech board, a communication board for teaching teacher candidates how to communicate with nonverbal learners. So the exercise initially was done on paper, which meant they had to get together, draw out a board, and two people would role play the speaking partner and the nonverbal learner. The original pitch was to have the meal of breakfast. So then, of course, the pandemic happened, technology changed, and we thought, what if you could do this online? So we produced a tool, a website that allowed people to build their own boards, not to the same professional standard as all the cool tools, but the students log into it, they make their own boards, they make their own icons, and then they can load it into this virtual environment, share the URL with a friend, and they can both try out the board just at the same time. And then more importantly, they can iterate on it. What interactions were not necessary or were necessary during the process, and they can make those changes and then reflect on it as part of their submission for the assignment. We had some very interesting results, a lot of people using it in ways that we didn't anticipate, and it gave us a lot of food for thought on the next version. So it worked on that level too.
I can imagine as well, just again, from working on this project, that there's a lot of opportunity for students to reflect and think about, the logistics of actually creating something like this. Catherine and I have historically joked about this project that it really develops empathy for people who make communication boards, just because it is a difficult task. It's difficult to anticipate what vocabulary you would need. You'll see from the board, it's only 32 buttons. That's not a lot of vocabulary to work with, especially if you're trying to have a conversation during a meal. So it is definitely a tough task that we give to students, but the ability to see what am I clicking, what am I not clicking, what's working, what's not working, and then being able to sort of trial and test things out, I think is a really awesome way for students to learn by doing, very experiential. Catherine, I know that you're currently working on some developments for the AAC simulator. Would you like to talk a little bit to what things are sort of in motion for it?
Sure, I can do that. Basically, the big ones are quality of life things for these, making it easier, making it faster, making it more responsive, making analytics. So it's all well and good to see a list of all the buttons that you clicked, but if you don't actually want to look at a list, you just want to look at which buttons you clicked, maybe there's a way to integrate that with Excel, and it turns out there is. Graphs, heat maps, all these things. And then the most important one is, how do we get this used in other classrooms? So that's where we're headed right now.
Well, Catherine, this is all very exciting stuff. And it is a joy to speak to you as always about this really cool project. So thank you so much.